Welcome back to another episode of Think Like a Barber. This is BarberPro Dro, and this presentation is being brought to you by BarberPro Essentials. BarberProEssentials.com for all that barber apparel and merch that you need. So before we get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. What's up, everybody?
What's happening?
Hey, what's good?
What's going
All
on?
right, what we got for them today, man?
Yeah, man.
All right, look, man, the topic for today. Man. And this one right here is this one close to my heart right here. You know, being a barbershop owner. We were going to talk about the Clippers. Anybody that logged in, tuned in, looking for the Clipper episode, we're going to do that next time. Right. That's coming soon. Might not even be next time, but it's coming soon. This episode right here, how do you leave a barbershop? How do you leave a barbershop? Like, remember, the podcast is called Think Like a Barber. So we're not talking about like how anybody would just leave one. Yeah, right. You know, we talking about like what's the appropriate way to leave a barbershop. Like what's cool, what's not cool, what's the appropriate way?
Yeah.
Right. To where you're doing business.
Right.
You know, we doing it correctly. I want to get y'all's thoughts on that. First of all, let me introduce everybody. Remember, Kevin back on the panel. You know, gotta keep striving. His IG.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got King Collective.
Yes, sir.
Down there. What's up, Marcus?
What's happening?
What's up, man? I ain't even let you introduce yourself,
That's
man.
all
I had
right.
to go ahead and shout you out.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Let everybody know what you about, man.
All right, I'm Marcus Reed. I'm part of the King Collective group. I'm King Collective. I'm a barber. I'm a businessman. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a smiling face. I'm a friendly guy. That's
what
me.
I'm talking about. You real.
That's me. Oh,
See,
I don't even got to say that because everybody ran me know.
See, when you start mentioning your family, your kids, you know that's when you're dealing with real.
Yeah.
You know that's what I'm talking about.
Appreciate that.
And what we're gonna do too, we mentioned it in the first episode. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get into individuals, you know, on the panel.
Oh yeah.
You know, to see like where everybody came from.
Mm-hmm. That right there was gonna be that's gonna be electric because with everybody that we have that we know just immediately in our group here, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I read a poem. I read a work. It was a work by Maya Angelou, and she said that we're more alike than we are different.
You can see that with this room.
Yeah.
We're more alike than we are different.
Right.
You know, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, but you got some people that are making like we mountains and mountains apart. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's cool to be that way. Mm-hmm. You know, like we need to be I need to be different. No. You know, but it's like, man, for real, man. Remember, you just said you got a family, right?
Right.
You got a family.
Right. Yes.
You got a family. Mm-hmm. I got a family.
Right.
You're light in that area.
Right there.
You know, it's like we have so many differences. You know, why focus on what separates us?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Especially when we're trying to build something.
Right. Yeah. And we all trying to build.
Yeah.
What are you doing if you're not trying to build?
Yeah, it's kind of, you know.
You know what's different? Or it's just that I think some people, they have their different interpretations or definition of words. Like, different don't got to be controversial. Or you don't got to go out of your way. Like, it's a lot of people just put a little bit extra on everything, and it's no point. Like, look, I like the word unique.
Okay.
Because in the word unique, it's saying, hey, we're not necessarily apart. We just unique. We have a distinctive characteristics or distinctive or distinguished way of doing things or seeing things, but they don't have to be a point of contention. They don't have to be a point of separation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just to touch on that different part for a while. Like, we can be unique and still be connected.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know who made being apart trendy.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
You
get a whole lot more done with this.
Knowing that if there was an island all by themselves, they'd be miserable.
Yeah. Because then it's
they can't get no feedback.
It's trendy to be different, but everybody see you different.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But if you're on that island and everybody don't see you different, Who you showcasing for? You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Like, and it's just interesting, man. But really, you know, the thought processes of people, you know, of course we all were raised different. Right. You know, so that's going to create, we come from different backgrounds, different, what you want to say, terrains, right. You know, in regards to the neighborhoods that we lived in. Right. You know, but at the same time, man, it ain't nothing to find common ground with somebody. You know, sometimes I remember back in school, middle school, high school, you get to fighting with somebody, but it's after the fight you realize, oh man, he was cool. Yeah, man. Then you wonder why the fight had to take place.
Why did we even get? How we even get there?
Yeah, but you had to throw the blows first to realize, like, oh man, we got a lot of similarities. We got, you know, and that's just how it is.
And you may be connected to that person more than you connected to a family member.
Yeah, yeah, man.
And that's crazy.
That's why in a lot of ways, family is open ended. Yeah, you got your blood-born family, biological or relation, but I like to tend to think that, man, that family, like your chosen family, in a lot of ways, it's like a dream team. You get to pick the best people are all around, and they might be for different specific things, but you get your pick. That, in a lot of ways, can be a lot bit more encouraging and uplifting, because sometimes, just like people are inconsistent with you, your family can be inconsistent.
Yeah, true. That's right.
True.
You know, and unconditional love is true. Like, unconditional does not mean that there's not, you don't got to have accountability. Like, you can't be held to your word or things like that. Love just means, like, love is gonna be here regardless. I may love you, but I don't love what you do, or I don't love how you handled that situation. Yeah. There's some people that think love me, anything goes.
Yeah. I like what he just said too about we separate what a person, their behavior from them.
From them, right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Because I ain't never. I mean, I wasn't around in the first century. Right. So I ain't walked with Jesus. Right. You know, I didn't get a chance to see him. Right. You know. So since him, I ain't seen, nobody's been perfect. Right. You see what I'm saying? So at some point in time, we grant mercy to folks, and we need it. Right. You know, because, and then we value that person as they are, and not based on the things that they do. Right. You know, or their mistakes. But the thing that I love about mistakes is, especially, and because we're going to talk about, you know, eventually some of y'all know my walk. It's like I bump my head every step of the way, you know. But I learned though.
I bumped too. So
we all had every step of the way. Every step. Here's the right way and here's the wrong way. You know what way I'm going. I'm try that one. I don't know if it's that wrong.
Or you try to straddle the middle right there to see if you were like, I'm a little bit over here, a little bit over here. So
maybe it's a mental thing. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, but it doesn't, like, people that know me, they see the good in me. You know. And that's a beautiful thing. People that know us, y'all, people see the good in you. So they're able to separate the you from the things that you do. You know, and it's like, wow. You know, if a person is able to do that, they kind of, they elevate. You know how many people you elevate yourself above when you're able to do that part. Right. Now, if a person is a frequent offender, I'm not saying that we're not going to offend, you know, that, you know, time and time again. I'm talking about, like, it's like, man, we just talked, you went right back
and did the same thing,
and then we just talked again, and you
same thing.
You're a repeat offender. Now you might kind of need, you know, a little adjustment.
You need some accountability.
And now I might start thinking a little bit different about you.
I feel like it's intentional.
Now I'm thinking you ain't that smart.
It's intentional. Like, come on now, you know what you're doing. So
that's something.
And sorry just don't even cut it no more. Sorry is just, you just set me up for the counterpunch, for another punch. Sorry is just to calm me down for a little bit. Yeah. You know, if you really want to apologize to someone, it's really about change behavior.
Got to.
Change behavior is the really true apology.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you may make another mistake, but it can't be the same mistake. Because when you say repeat offender, man, this is what you do.
It's what you do. That's your...
Yeah.
This your MO.
This your MO.
This your DNA.
This how you roll.
This is your DNA.
And be talking about, I just wish people just see me different. How can I?
What are you showing?
What?
What
You
are
would show something different, you know. So, and it's something, man, because, and okay, let's talk about success.
Right.
You know, let's just kind of turn just a little bit. One thing that gets me, is with the thing. Oh, remind me, we're gonna talk about success, but let me just segue into that part.
Okay.
All right. I want to segue into the success part, but the thing is, a lot of times on this panel, we talk about the mentals. Because some people might be like, well, y'all supposed to be barber, but we talk about our mental so much because we got to be on point to do what we do.
You have to.
We have to. So that's why we get into some of the kind of like the psychological stuff, you know, the ways that we think, the ways that we process.
We got to be,
you know,
evened out and have our mind together, because the person sitting in our chair.
I was getting to that. Yep.
Excuse me for
No,
jumping
go ahead. Go
ahead.
ahead. You
People
got
sitting in our chair, they depend on us.
Yes.
To have our mind together.
Yes.
So when they come in with their issues or their joys or whatever sorrow or whatever it may be,
Yeah.
we can absorb it, we can handle it, and we can help guide them. They may just want to talk about it, or they may need a word of advice, or they just might need some positivity.
Yeah.
We got to be on point for that.
Yeah.
So you got to have your mental together.
Yeah.
So if your home life is good, we talked about that before. Not on camera, but we talked about it before.
Yeah.
If your home life is good, you can come in here. Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But if your home life is messed up, your work going to be affected. The people you got into your chair going to be affected. Your money's going to be affected at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm real big on transparency, and a lot of times, especially with social media and everything is really about how you tell the story. It's about the narrative. And the thing of the matter is that if all you keep showing people is like the smoke and mirrors, the fluff, that's all they think, and they think they okay. No, like with what we do, you can't do this remotely.
nope.
Like you can't do this remotely. You can't do this through Zoom. Like you gotta touch this person.
Yeah.
You gotta literally talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so many things you have to adjust to. You need all 5 of your senses. Like,
Truly you do.
Like, so it's no getting away from that, but we don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, that mental, it's sometimes like I gotta talk my way through a cut. I done did the cut 1,000 times, but to get to really clarify what I mean is like there's times, right? I got stuff going on in my mind, but I got to stay focused on the task at hand. So I got to tell myself, because unfortunately, right, as human beings, you cannot always control your thoughts or your feelings.
That's right.
But
That's
it's
right.
part
That's
it's
real.
part of the human experience, though. Like you're gonna have thoughts, you're gonna have feelings. What you can't always control is your actions.
Right.
And
So
your attitude.
in your attitude. Yeah. So what I have to do is, oh, Kev, you about to do this C cup, and put that C cup in there, man. Yeah. Put that C cup in there, man. My thoughts and feelings is still going. Yeah. But I'm not. My mind muscle connection is still in line with the task at hand. Yeah. Man, put that C cup in there, Kev. Yeah. Go ahead, man. Man, look, do your work, man. Do your work. Be all in your bag. That's what I mean. Like I talk to myself like that. Yeah. What if this is your last cut? Right. And what I more often than not, like not 1,000%, but at least 99.9, I'm gonna execute. Yeah. I'm gonna execute. Yeah. Because I'm locked in. I'm in.
But like you said though, so you got something going on, right? You know, and the business model for most businesses is leave everything at the door. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, but that's on paper. Right? Yeah, that's on paper. Right. You know, now, whether it really happens or not, you know, it just depends on the person's maturity level and self-control. Right. Mm-hmm. You know, but the thing is, when a person gets into this environment and they don't like, you know, you're doing that C cup, but the thing is, you're sweet to the customer. Why are they paying you? But the barber next to you is extra annoying to you today. You know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with something, all right? Or you blurt something out in the air, you know, that kind of mess the whole energy up at the shop. You know, it's something like what we talked about before. You know the phrase. I think I heard you say it first. I think I stole it from you.
You know, I got a lot.
Hurt. Got a whole bunch of phrases.
Hurt people.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, he got a lot of phrases.
Hurt people, man.
I got one of my
So
favorites.
it's like, so the thing is, like, so just imagine that you that person, you come into your environment, you go into the environment, you're doing a haircut, something which involves self-control.
Yeah.
All right, it's repetitious as well, but you don't have a way. You hurt. Not all hurt ain't fun. It's not funny, but you don't have a way to channel aggression. If you were going somewhere to and your first thing you about to do is hit the gym or hit the bag somewhere, so now you're channeling your aggression. So it's appropriate.
Right.
I came from this hurt. I'm channeling this aggression to this. Boom.
But
hurt people didn't hurt people. Hurt people channeled that aggression and let it off.
I've had some days, excuse me, I didn't mean to cut across you, but I've had some days I've come in, I have some days on my mind. Now, physically, you may see it, somebody may see it. And they know I'm off my cue. But when the person get in my chair, it's like, all right, I'm hurting. I don't feel good today. I'm not mentally there, but I see what I got in front of me. And it's like, I'm going to take it out on that.
Yeah.
I can't physically hurt this person, but like I will just like lock in.
Focus,
now I'm usually talking to my people, and I let them know like today I got a little bit something on my mind. I'm gonna be a little quiet, but when that cut get out, I'm taking a picture.
Yeah,
because I put it right there.
Yeah,
I put it there. I guess you could put it in the same thing, in the same mindset of a musician.
Yeah. I mean, you can always change direction.
Yeah.
That's one thing that people just don't understand. Like, you got control.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got control over it.
Yeah.
Like, just because you kind of you headed in a certain direction, emotionally or what your thoughts, man, turn the thing. You might need somebody.
Yeah.
Pick the phone up, call somebody that helps you turn it in a different direction.
Or you could do that client the same way you're absorbing that energy.
Yeah.
Give them yours.
Yeah.
Some of them good for that.
What you got, Kev? Because after you say this, I want to bring it back to.
Well, what I understand is, and it's 42 years of being alive or being on this planet, is that you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And I know that
it
might be obvious to think that, everybody has common sense. Everybody has sense.
It ain't all that common.
And it may not always be common because, man, an OG once told me, hey, even a fool got his own sense.
Yeah.
And what I mean is, they believe what they believe, and they locked into what it is. You got to be open. You got to be open to growing. You got to be open to mature. You got to be open to understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, them are decisions you got to make. There are some people that already then closed up shop and said, I'm not adjusting anymore. I'm not changing anymore. And that's dangerous. But they still want to socialize with civilization. And if you ain't trying to do that, man, dig yourself a hole and go ahead and get away because you should not be socializing and dealing with people when you don't want to adjust. You know what's crazy about this? Them same people want what they're not willing to give. That's the strangest thing. They want you to understand them, but they're not willing to understand no one. They want you.
You already know what that is.
No, but and it's really bullyish. But hey,
I know what that is.
Yeah. I'm just saying they want everything from an external standpoint, and it's not gonna fix the problem. You want to deal with anything, you gotta deal with the root. Give it to yourself.
Yeah.
Get yourself right. Learn how to treat yourself. Yeah. And then you're going to learn how to treat others.
Right.
If you can smile at yourself in that mirror when you wake up in the morning, you're going to be good for somebody that day.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But you
can.
You want to leave home coming from a happy place.
You have to.
As much as possible.
You have to.
But like you were saying, though, Marcus, is if when these customers, they had a long day, they sitting in your chair, some of, they lay stuff on us. Mm-hmm. It's been times where you might have a wife come in and with the kids, with the sons, and talk about stuff. You can't. We barbers, man. We according to the textbook, is according to what we learned as far as getting our license.
Right.
We confidential.
Very.
And so then but we'll be a hearing ear though.
Right.
And then the husband come in and
And you hear the opposite.
Yeah,
the other end of the store.
he didn't came in with the girlfriend.
Yep.
You know, or something. And your eyes didn't really. You see it, but you like. But you don't. And it's crazy. But this is the real world.
It is.
You know, and so if my life is tore up, what do I have to offer?
Right.
You know, so and that's why we address that mental so much. And, you know, so we're gonna keep addressing it because, you know, it needs to be addressed. We got so many people that you just have so many. You were talking about people that's kind of like, we got loners. We got people that are afraid to take counsel from a source that can help them. You know, some people think it has to have like PhD behind it. You know. Sometimes your counselor is just somebody right next to you that has life experience. Right. We gonna put an LE behind them. Right. You know, because that's what they got. Yep. And that means a lot more than somebody reading a textbook sometimes. You know, like, okay, what step? I remember I had to take a course one time.
Or going to a seminar or something.
So it was an anger thing when I first got incarcerated. It was supposed to be an upscale level of anger management. I forgot what they called it. And I said, do you expect me in the middle of an incident, a conflict, I got to remember these steps? We got to do a little bit better than that. I was thinking that when I was about 19. I'm like, come on, man, we got to be more real world than that. You know, but you know, so that's why we digging into the mental, man. But let's get into the other part. I was thinking that before we made that segue is that one of my missions is to, the same way that we mentioned others earlier that have podcasts, or the same way that some they speak with a special affinity towards people that are on YouTube and so forth, but they can't imagine themselves being that. Right. And that's the thing that I want to really speak to on the podcast is like, imagine yourself. I'm not saying that I'm promoting like everybody want to be rich and famous. No. That's not what I'm seeking my own self. You know, but I want to have a platform for which I can give something for ones who seek this career, you know. But at the same time, you know, you can be an authority figure, you know, a public figure, right? You know, you can be someone that can speak to ones who really have questions. You know, I think that it's good to give praise to certain ones. You should, but see yourself in a certain light, to where like, okay.
Because at the end of the day, y'all doing the same thing.
We're doing the same thing. Somebody got a camera in front of them, somebody don't.
At the end of the day,
you're
doing the same thing.
I think that probably the people that's doing the most are the ones that don't have a camera in front of them.
Right. Because they're not focusing on getting the camera set up. They're getting the work done. Yeah. You know, they're getting the work done.
And so that's just something that, you know, I hope that we can.
Go ahead. You put a thought on my mind.
What's up?
You know those same guys that's on Instagram and all that, you know, all the time, giving all this motivation? I get it. I understand. I'm cool with all that.
Yeah.
When they cutting, though? Because I see a lot of videos.
They cut. I guess they cut sometimes.
Yeah, but
they cut something out. I feel.
But you in your shop.
Yeah.
Doing all this other stuff. I don't see nobody in and out of
these chairs. They might not need to cut as much.
They may not.
You know.
They probably
that's cool.
Have,
and I don't knock it.
Yeah,
I don't knock it. But
I'm just curious.
I'm just saying the fact that you can be who you see. Right. Yeah, you can be that. Because it just seems like it's such a, you know, it's such a gap in between. Right. But we all human. We got like the same resources. We got the same resources.
True.
But we can obtain more resources, mental resources. Yeah. As far as learning and aptitude to work for which we can help others. Right. You know.
And that's the key right there, the one to help other people. Though.
Yeah, I done seen people come in the barbershop and they like, instead of referencing someone that's standing outside or out on the floor next to them, that's a beast barber. They talking about somebody on YouTube. I'm like, what? Who? Like, that's cool, you know, but don't you know you got Marcus standing next to you? Didn't you see Kevin with them shears over there? Didn't you see, you know, and you can go down the line, like, the people that you can be learning from, they can answer your questions.
Right there.
But you don't want to go to them, man.
Now you gonna slide that DM, though.
Slide so somebody it's interesting, DM, man. Yeah. People, it's that, I don't know.
That's where that ego comes into play. Yeah. That's because that ego just, that's the reason why it's a term like ego trip. It will really take you on a trip. And it's nonsensical. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. Yeah. Because you be looking at people next to you and you got these private competitions going on with them. And it's private. It ain't like you say, hey, man, your next few fades and my next few fades, let's go in here and get it in, and then we gonna compare. Or it's in their mind. In their mind, they sit up there. They in their mind. They say,
the mental stuff.
I'm in competition with you. I'm judging myself off of you.
That's the mental stuff.
And it's like, I get it, but why they gotta get nasty though?
Yeah,
I get it, but why the energy's weird?
Yeah, yeah. Some people can, some of that competition can be good.
Yeah,
but hey.
Because I've used it.
But let me know we
let me know we in competition.
Give me a heads up.
Hey, can you let me know? Let
me know.
Like, check this out. I remember, right, like when I was a kid, me and my friend, we'd be walking to the penny lady or the candy store or whatever. And I had a friend, right, where we'll be walking. And before we get halfway there, he'll just bust out running, right? And I'm like, I don't even know what he's running for. So then I start running, and he get there talking about, I beat you.
Well, we did, yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Somebody had to win at something that day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and that's just how it is, because people's levels of self-esteem, they got to win something.
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 Hey, man, let's get back to our question, though. Let's get
good
back
stuff.
To
That's all good stuff.
That's good stuff, man.
It's real.
That's
just
real
what it
stuff.
is.
Hey, man, these are the realities.
Yeah.
And
these are real conversations.
Yeah, that's what.
This is nice.
Yeah, these are real conversations. Like, it's totally unscripted.
So, leaving the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
How do you leave a barbershop, man?
Same way you came in with your head high and with respectfully. Yeah. Because it's no need when you leaving, either you leaving to go better yourself or you leaving to go do something you think may better yourself.
Okay.
So the same way you walked in, you walked in, you didn't have anybody, and if you did, you still didn't have a place to cut. So at least get the same respect to the people that gave you an opportunity. Yeah. Either to grow, to build, or do whatever you did while you were there. Mm-hmm. So if you leave on a negative note, that just shows your character and how you were the entire time. That just shows exactly who you were.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's just
that's real.
Yeah, I mean, that just really shows exactly how you would set up.
Yeah.
So leave with your head high and leave with respect. Leave on a good note. Leave to the point that you can come back and visit or work there again if need be.
Yeah. Don't burn that bridge.
Don't because.
But it's not even about even going back there to work. But for somebody to vouch for you,
business, relationships,
later, like
business,
like if next week gonna be your last week on Earth, then do it the way you want to be. But if you plan on being here for a while, and having it's nice to have somebody there that can vouch for you a little bit on certain levels.
And then you don't know when you gonna run into them in Walmart, A or B, any place out here in the public, and you don't want that uncomfortable situation because of how you do it.
Yeah.
Not because of what the owner done or something like it's because of how you've done. Because obviously, for you to get out the door, you've done something.
Go ahead, Ken. But no. Let me say this, man. Mm-hmm. All right, so we can speak to specific. We're not going to speak names,
of course,
but we can speak to specific situations. Like
we all know
when you have a barber. You said when they leave with their head high. All right, cool. Okay, so they left on their own. They left so it was a good situation.
Right.
But then there was a situation where the owner had to kind of, hey, man, things ain't working out between us. You know what I'm saying? This is a business relationship. Hey, man, a lot of times, one thing that my wife always put past me is the fact that a barber can leave when they want to. Mm-hmm. They might say, hey, all right, I'm gone. But when the owner let them go, it got to be like a whole list of reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like or otherwise it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like and she can't stand that part. But it's just that we have ethics. So you want to be kind of ethically. Can I say it? We want to be ethically We want to have ethics. Say that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all got me.
Yeah, I know it is.
Oh man, it was a good attempt.
All words ain't for all people.
It was
You know
a
what
good
I'm saying?
attempt.
All words ain't for all people.
Yeah.
So
But y'all got to
yeah. So, but it has to be that way. It can be that way, and that depends on the heart of the owner or
Right.
whoever's, you know, because it's not wrong. Especially what is this, a right to work state in Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
You can let anybody go. I think that how that works is you can let anybody go at any time for any reason.
For any reason.
But not only that, in this environment, everybody says they're their own what?
Their own boss.
Mm-hmm.
They're their
Hey,
own business. Their
you your own
company.
business. You your own business, and you talking about when I let you go.
You let yourself go.
So you really should be prepared, or you should be ready at any time if you handling your business right. Mm-hmm. Not to say that you know it should be something to where there should be able to be a conversation. But you should be ready to go if you're really your own business, especially then if you get to walking around the shop posturing and stuff like that, like you this and that.
Right.
I hope you're ready then.
Right.
You know, because now you kind of dismissing yourself. You know, go ahead, Kev. I know you got some. I'm gonna piggyback off you later on because I know you got you got an hour for us. Go ahead.
No, not really. I mean,
Strong 30.
the thing that's tough in our culture
That's right.
is that it goes back to our first podcast when it was like how we're viewed. And a lot of the way we view, we have created that.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, like, some people, when you talk business and you talk professionalism, they don't really know what that means.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are creating what their viewpoint of business is and what professionalism is. And it's coming from whatever information they got, good or bad.
Right.
Some people may view businesses the way it is when they was on the street and they was hustling. You know, they have various backgrounds, so we don't have a baseline. And then the shop owner, you got to understand, own a barbershop, you ain't really got to know how to cut hair. So it's so much that could be lost in translation, and you can't know unless you want to know.
Right.
If you want to know, the information is out there, but a lot of people don't. They kind of look at this as, I can cut, and that's 99.9 of everything. So based off of that, right, they base everything, they whole filter and mentality goes through, I can cut. Forget business practices, forget being professional, forget like all, there's so much that
All
they
around
just,
being respectful.
they're not even aware. You can't make nobody aware that's not even aware. Because all they thinking, they live through that ego, or they live through, I can cut. To the point, license? What I need a license for? I'm getting money now. And I'm not knocking anybody that don't, but what I'm saying is there's so many things that people gloss over because they never really are all in.
Yeah.
Like, if all you talk about when it comes to cutting is the money, that's really all you really like. Look, you cutting is just a costume.
Yeah.
You're really about the money.
Yeah.
And that's why you move the way you move.
Yeah.
If you used to be a hustler and now you cut, but that's because there's so much time you spent being a hustler, that's how you move.
Yeah.
You're a representation of that. So the thing, like on our topic on how to leave,
Okay.
they leaving based off how they left anything else. They ain't gonna switch up.
Nah, they gonna switch.
They don't know how to leave.
Most ain't no
That's how
2 week
That's
notice.
how they do relationships.
Guess what?
In general.
Guess what? If
If
they never had a job and was gonna in between changing jobs, they don't know about 2 week notice. What's that?
Yeah.
They don't know nothing because their experience shows.
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago. Somebody told me this. When somebody show you who they are, believe them.
I believe that.
What we do, we
I'm
get frustrated expecting people to show us something other than what they already showed us.
Yeah.
They can't show anything else but that.
What's
Yeah.
crazy,
They can't.
to speak back to your point of how you were saying how, a barber can quit whenever. He don't got to have no conversation. Most of the time, they ain't even trying to make no attempt to pay their booth rent or whatever they paid up to the last day they worked because they just leave.
Yeah.
They just think the barber is supposed to just take that loss.
The owner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the flip side, when you say, "Hey, I can't use you no more. I need that chair." Now they want to hold you to all these other requirements.
They didn't do half of what they supposed to have done.
Wait, I just don't get the logic, right? Like, you don't have the responsibility, but you want to hold me accountable and make me like, where do they do that at?
Yeah.
That ain't even no good business practices. You got to be willing in any business partnership. This is the last thing I'm gonna say.
No, it's cool. Go ahead.
In any business partnership, right? It's not gonna be successful if we don't have the same to gain and the same to lose.
Yeah.
We got to be on
Everybody's gotta
par.
have something
We got to
in the
be on
game.
par with
Yep.
that.
I was told that too by a client told me that.
Yep.
one
We got to
time.
be.
Yeah.
We got to be. That's
Yeah.
kind of
Then-
got to.
Then there's some understanding.
That's
it
got
is,
to.
yeah.
That's got to be the
Yeah.
baseline.
There's some understanding.
Yeah.
And you said it. We talked about it before.
That's got to
too.
be.
You said-
That's got to be a baseline.
Yeah.
So when a barber leaves, or when a barber is told, hey man, this ain't gonna work out. Hey man, I need you to go ahead and get your stuff, man. Now, some people think that when the owner says that they need someone to get their stuff, some people think like it's like music to the owner's ears and mouth. But for real, like, man, if any clarification can be given today, I'm gonna give it right now. Because for being the owner for 10 years, all right, it's the fact that no owner wants to lose money. Owners are in the business of employing barbers. You don't want, that's like you got shares, or that's like you got certain things that help to make you money or to build your enterprise. You ain't trying to lose money.
No.
The only way that you're gonna take a chance of losing money if it just can't be, the problem can't be solved. You know, there are no there's no way that we can get back to where we were. It went down this road right here. We got to go ahead and cut it off.
And that's like a loss of respect on either side. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's usually how that goes.
Yeah.
When you lose respect.
That's usually
done.
what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's usually what happens.
A loss of respect.
So it's, and then that for real, and then when a barber owner, when the shop owner has to say that to somebody, it's been times where I'm like, man, I don't want to say it, man. You know, I don't want to let them go, because one thing about me, people, I got mercy towards people because I've been shown so much mercy, and it's like I start thinking about their family. But it's so crazy because I started thinking about their family and what they may lose from not working at my shop, but they not thinking about their family though. And that's the part that get me. I'm like, why are you not thinking about your family? Why you not think when you do these 3-4 things? And we didn't talked about it. We had sit downs, and then when you have sit downs with people, how come when you have sit downs that they don't understand that this is leading them out the door? Like we done had sit downs, we done talked about the issue, and so then hey man, we gonna have to go ahead and part ways, man. And then it's a surprise. Are you really surprised? What do you think we were sitting down doing? What do you think we were sitting down for?
In their mind, and this is from what I've been seeing since I've been here, they feel like you need them.
Oh yeah.
And one other thing I've seen since I've been here, the same people that think that you need them, they were replaced with somebody that was ready and willing and wanting to come in here within a day or two.
Yeah.
So I see with stepping into ownership, I can see how like I'm gonna run through some bodies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run through some bodies.
Yeah.
But once you get a team like we got now, you don't see nobody trying to leave about it. You see, if anything, people trying to come in and get in the mix with what we doing.
Yeah. And
So-
and with the with legacy, especially in the earlier years, we ain't really had no revolving door like that.
And when them boys was in, they was in.
They was in, man. They was. So what happened was they and then every now and then somebody come in act like they can cut. I had to go, hey man, because we on a certain level here,
right.
So we got the brand is at stake. So we can't, And then my guys, any customer saying, man, you can sit in any chair here, you good. That's what it was.
And it feels good to be able to say that. Though.
Yeah. So then we went through that tumultuous period. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, it's a little shaky for a while, but ain't nothing gonna be perfect. It still ain't. And so we went through that period, and then I seen a lot of turnover. for reasons, for certain reasons that there was, and then now we kind of like back to the sweet spot, you know, and we want to make sure that we can maintain that. But as far as I'll say how I think that when you leave, you know, it was indicated, you know, leave with respect.
Right.
Yeah, that we agree on that. You leave with respect. You know, you carry it all the way out the way you carried it coming in.
Right.
You know, don't switch up. You know, be respectful. As a matter of fact,
don't get under that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about them 4 things. Yeah, one day in the episode coming up, we're gonna talk about the 4 cycles of the barber cycle.
Right.
It's 4 steps. We'll talk about that later on. That's gonna be good. You're gonna like that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice.
So it's just that, you know, if people can leave with respect and not think that because we're parting ways with a business relationship that we're at war.
Right.
In certain cultures, it's more prevalent. Between certain ethnicities, it's more prevalent. But then you look at other cultures, it's like they just do business. They left. They doing business over here now. Hey, such and such. Hey, you know,
see each other on the golf course. It is not a problem.
Yeah,
they might do business again.
They just doing business.
You
know, that's what it is at the end of the day. You know, but then sometimes people take it personal. You know, and they, you know, I've seen some people that left. You know, they next thing you know, you on social media. You know, you on IG, and they stretch the truth and paint their own picture of it. People watch, and they looking at it like then they supporting them. They don't even know. They know one side, or they don't know the other side.
They don't know what
really. They don't know
really happened.
They don't know the truth. They don't know what really happened.
What really happened.
But
you know,
it goes back to what you said. Is that, you know, they're not aware that when it gets to that point, as the business owner letting someone go, it wasn't a one incident.
Yeah, it was not.
Mm-hmm. It was not a one disagreement. Mm-hmm. It was not even off the biggest thing that person might have done that could have just, hey, this ain't gonna work. Hey, you got to go. They don't understand the mercy that was shown to them. Because again, I tell you, so many people in this, because it's promoted, I can cut. Like that just covers, like that, like the cutting part covers a multitude of sins, and it don't.
Yeah.
Like let me tell you how I left, because a lot of people don't even know.
Yeah.
When I decided that it was time for me to leave, and I knew got all my ducks in a row of how I was going to leave, as far as like, I just think you just cannot leave nothing the right way without having some plan of action. Mm-hmm. So, of course, ain't nobody going to leave the right way if they don't have a plan of action. Mm-hmm. They just gotta go. Well, I know I went through the paces. Mm-hmm. What is my plan of action? Once I knew what I was going to do next, it was easy to go to the owner, and even if I don't give him the details of what my plan of action is, to say, hey, look, I learned a lot while I was here. I appreciate the opportunity, and I think this is going to be my last week. It wasn't no extra tension in that. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel no type of way, because in some ways, right, if you're in a shop where it's community, it's some mutual respect, some understanding, y'all seen each other grow, there's going to be emotions involved. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times when you leave, if you leave the right way, you just had to leave. It was a natural progression. Yeah. If you leave the right way, it was just a natural progression. Yeah. But it's bittersweet, because to some ways, when you're somewhere, like when a barber goes somewhere, the goal is to be there a while. Yeah. Plant yourself and be there and build up. Yeah. So it's gonna be some emotions, but those emotions is not negative. It's just a part of life. It's like graduating from middle school and going from middle school to high school and high school to college. At each new level, there's new feelings and experience and so on and so forth. So, yeah, you know, I might in my side, in the inside, I was kind of like, dang, man. Whew. It's like that whole time frame, and it could have been a bunch of years, flash before your eyes. Yeah. In that moment,
Because you family.
Yeah,
You
but
know, you family, and then it's a routine too.
Yeah.
You know, you following a routine every day. It's like, this is what we do.
That's a routine.
You know, and this is our routine, and it's like, you know, and then it's like you breaking it, you know. But hey, you know, it's something. That's how life is, though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is.
And I was just saying, like, so once I established or you accepted, hey, okay, you're leaving. Hey, well, man, you know, the feedback I got was warm. Feedback I got was like, Dad, I know you though. So I know whatever you doing, you good money. You want to hear feedback like that.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even really want to lose you.
Don't want to lose.
Like, it's never no good time.
Right.
You want feedback like that.
Yeah.
You don't want to just be like, okay.
That means when you were in that room, people felt your presence while you were in that room.
Yeah, like, that's huge.
So as a barber owner, barbershop owner, it's like this. So you're going to lose some money, right? But it's twofold when it's somebody that's valuable.
Right.
When it's valuable, it's like, wait a minute, this person doesn't add only to the account that we need to take care of the bills and other stuff. This person adds to the personality and the entirety of the shop.
Right.
You know, when they bring their presence, like, that's part of that's an ingredient that we mix together, and we produce a good product or a good dish for the customers and for each other. Right. It's like you said, now you got to take that ingredient now. You hope you can, you took some vanilla out. Now I might have to put some imitation in there for a while.
Add an extra egg or something.
You know what I'm saying? I might have to do something. But we're gonna still give a good product. But it's like, now it's like you would rather leave, and it's like it's somewhat of a loss. That means you were an asset to that company. You know, but when you leave in a way to where it's like,
I'm glad they go. Or when other people walk in the room, they're like, it feels different in here, don't it? Or just the energy.
With a smile on their face.
Or the energy picks up around. Like, when that person leaves and then all the energy in the room just picks up. Like, was it that person?
Yeah. Well, a lot of times it is.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times it is. So, yeah, man, this is a good one, man. I know it's more that we could say. We could flow. That we just kind of touched it, like.
Because it's a flip side. Yeah. What if the owner is just
not good,
don't care? He literally just have a shop.
Yeah,
that he's not hands on. He just, that's it. What it's a flip side to it. How do you leave that situation?
Yeah.
What if the dude is confrontational? Like, you just never know. Like,
I'm gonna tell you,
I
worked at a shop like that. I worked at a shop like the only time that we saw the owner was every Friday. You know, booth rent. So that's kind of what forms my mind too. Is and then I worked at a shop where a person was like a little too much, you know. But I still learn from him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at him as still valuable.
Right.
You know, but he may not know that, but I do. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, when you have an owner that's around the shop, that's there, and that tries to make sure that it's comfortable for you, and it's reasonable with you, you know, on the booth rent percentage, however you want to do it, and it's helping you to build and to grow to where you are, and then you leave and there's no appreciation, or when you leave and it's like you act like you act like you left how you got there.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, when you got here, you ain't had nobody. You know what I'm saying? You understand? Like, you ain't have nobody. Who did you have? Like, so the owner always remembers day one. Always. The owner always remembers day one. Yeah, I remember when you got here. The conversation, the scaredness of you know, certain people, they kind of scared to get into it. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna make enough money. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to measure up to the guys that's on, you know, and the female barbers is on the floor. All the apprehensiveness and all that. The owner sees all that from the beginning, and then the owner sees the person develop, you know, and start to become great. And then for some, the greatness doesn't take away their humility. You know, they can be great and humble at the same time. But then you got some that become great and arrogant. And then you got some that become great and now I'm better than you, owner.
Yeah.
And I'm great and I can do better. I can do this better than you. Like, you can't think, owner. You know, and it's like, Really?
Or feel like they were controlling it the whole time and you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I seen a lot of that. So and that to me is an interesting concept.
Yeah.
To feel like that, just because you work in a place that you really run it.
Yeah.
And when the owner he pays the light bill and the cable that you hit their TV, that you're not taking care of none of that. Yeah. But in their mind, this is my shop. Yeah. In their mind, this is my shop. In their mind, and not having that respect. And then that's how they leave. They leave in their mind. They're so clouded with all this disrespect. I'm gonna leave disrespectful. Yeah. In their mind though, they thinking, I'm leaving on a positive note. I'm leaving telling everybody goodbye, but not knowing that you got a whole cloud of negativity that you just right off of you.
And you
just all off of you.
If a person has it in them to stay positive, man, it ain't. It's just good things gonna follow you.
It's always,
just
always
gotta be positive, man. What, especially, I mean, I just got to go back to me saying that when you remember how they came in, like I just gotta laugh to that. Like I seen you when we can kind of create a mental game or an illusion. Like I don't remember because like by that time they didn't fool everybody else.
But you still remember.
We can try to create that mental, illusion. Like, cause the way you fooled them, like you ain't fooling me because I already know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was here. Matter of fact, and some of the ones that make it seem like if they leave the shop, like the shop just gone.
Yeah.
Go down.
Picks up.
But the thing is, like, you have to remember that the brand, if the brand is good, if the culture, if the personality of the shop is good, that when they leave, it's just going to carry on. And some people feel like they're so arrogant. Mm-hmm. They think that it just got like that when they got there. But the brand was already winning before they got there. Like, ain't that why you wanted to come? Ain't that why you wanted to get on board? Because you knew what we was doing?
Right.
Let's not get beside ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting, just the way the thought processes of people. Go ahead, Kev, because I know you want to.
I mean, that's what I mean about the ego trip. It literally take you on a trip, and it'll really make you so short-sighted. You can't see past your nose. Yeah. You have no awareness. Hey, in life, I ain't always had the best teachers, but they were the best teachers.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's the information.
Yeah.
You can look. I said in the first podcast, I'm gonna always say it. I'm gonna say it to my dying breath. My daddy told me. He said, son, always look, listen, and learn because you can learn from anyone, even a fool.
Yeah.
Like, you can learn. Like, you don't even got to experience somebody else's failure.
Nah.
Like, you can literally be like, okay, I'm just going to do the opposite. But the thing about the ego is it puts you first. Mm-hmm. It makes you, I am... what God said, like he's the Alpha and Omega. Mm-hmm. It puts you in that place. Mm-hmm. Like it begins with you, it ends with you. Mm-hmm. Nothing moves without you.
Until something humbles you.
And guess what?
Until something humbles you.
And it always humbles you. When I
walked
in this door,
something humbles you, then it's a wake up.
When I walked in this door over 2 years ago, I knew I could cut, but in my mind I was like, I can cut. And I walk in here, and I got humbled within the first week of my level of what I thought could cut into what was around me. I had to get that quick.
Yeah.
But when I walk out of this door, I'm gonna still be the same way I walked in. With my head it's still gonna be a little bit big, but it's big from a different reason.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I know how to be a barber.
Yeah.
Now I know how to run the business. Yeah. Now I know how to be flexible with people around me. Now I know how to have more grace with people.
Yeah.
So that's when I'm taking out of here, or what I'm gonna take out when I leave. It's all of those things. So, yeah, my head's going to be big with all of that knowledge.
Yeah.
Because when I walked in here, it was just big with arrogance. But when I leave, it's knowledge. I'm full of it.
It's just like what we said before in another episode about the trees, the coaches. Not to say it all again, but, like, you leave and you go on somewhere, but a lot of your training came from where you were. Right? I left from somewhere. Mm-hmm. A lot of my training came from, so it's like we just have extensions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people that leave from somewhere and act like Like they just got it. You know, like there is no, you know how you give credits on a movie to somebody, the names come down, you know what I'm saying? Like there are no credits. I've arrived, you know.
Yeah.
And I credit no one. You know. And then I have some that look like they credit the wrong people. But I know y'all don't know them. But it's like some people may credit the wrong people. Or they I don't know. It's just interesting, man, when you just see the totality of it, you know, and how anybody that's going into ownership, it's more than just having a building and having some chairs and having some and bringing barbers on. You know, anybody that does this, it's the mental, and of course keep it strong. You know, it's so many things, man, because you're dealing with people.
Right.
You know, you're dealing with people. People going to switch up on you. They're going to change. We're going to talk about James, Jim, and John one day. Mm-hmm. You know, we're going to talk about that the cycle of barbers, the four, you know. And people going to hate you for no reason.
Right.
Like, how do you hate me?
They hate you because your light too bright.
How you hate me? That's right.
They hate you because your light too bright.
How do you hate me when I'm the one that helped you get on?
Right.
You know, not to talk street talk, but if you are on the block and you made everybody out there get on, how they hate you?
Ready to take you out, right? That's how they do, though.
That's how they do, though.
Oh, once they get on,
That's
one
the
of them
mentality.
ready to take you out.
Yeah.
Well, he bigger than us, so we got to get
so.
him.
But then you just wonder where do it come from?
Right.
It's what Kevin said. It's that EGO.
And they don't know.
Oh, let me add one more thing.
Go ahead.
It comes from the EGO,
Mm-hmm.
the ego, and it comes from the whispering. So when somebody whispered this foolishness in your ear about this person that's looking out for you, and instead of you saying, no, it ain't like that. No, because from what I know, he this is that, or she this is that, this that. They feed it, man. They feed it. That's what Kevin Hart was saying on one of his things. It's like they feed it. See, because why do they feed it? It's trendy to feed that. It's trendy to feed that negative. They say, you know, you got something big that you created that's really nothing.
It's only big.
You created that. It's nothing.
Yeah.
But check this out. And, you know, we laugh, but we laugh because there's really no other response. It's more of it's shocking. Like, dang, like I don't. And a lot of times why you laugh because you can't relate. Like I can't relate. That thought, I'm seeing it happen. And I'm seeing it happen quite often. But that ain't in my playbook. That ain't one of my plays.
Yeah, that's right.
And that key word, like solid. It's gonna be hard for anybody to be solid with you that ain't even solid with themselves.
True.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that we be seeing on the regular is really not. It goes deeper than what you see. It's like a child throwing a temper tantrum or acting out. This child doesn't have a lot of experiences, so acting out is a form of communication because they don't know no other way to respond. Well, you got adults still got those childlike ways about them that they have yet to grow or mature and elevate. They so used to just acting out, and maybe they environment was controlled so much, the people that love them just let them be that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they thinking, oh, yeah, you a hater. I'm a hater because I showed you the correct way. I'm a hater because I'm holding you accountable.
Yeah, because everybody else is letting them slide.
I'm a hater because I went through school, got my license. You don't have one and don't even have any intentions on getting one.
Yeah.
But you say you about this. It's just one of those things. Like no one is hating on you. I'm just, if I care about you, see, some people got the wrong interpretation of caring. If I never cared, I would just let you run amok.
Yeah.
I would never speak on certain things. I wouldn't show you examples, whether I talk or not. You know what I mean? Like, that's what a lot of people don't understand, that no child or no person left to their own devices is safe. Yeah. You need structure. You
Yeah.
need
You have to
discipline.
have it.
You need education
Gotta have it.
to speak back, just to help people understand that being arrogant or having an ego trip and being proud of your accomplishments is two different things, right? Yeah, like a person that's confident and that's proud, that doesn't dim nobody else's light.
Not at all.
It doesn't step on nobody else and say, hey, I'm proud of what I've done, and what you doing ain't nothing.
And it's funny how it's just so many people think like that.
Yeah.
Like that's their competition.
Yeah.
You know, like I ain't never, you know, I just never seen where you can't win and I win too.
Mind blowing, right?
What I'm trying to say is this. This is all I'm saying is you got the Burger King right there, and you got the McDonald's next to it and the Wendy's. Who's losing?
All of them feeding everybody.
Because I know that when it's lunchtime and when it's 7, 8 o'clock, the drive-throughs on all of them full. Who's losing? As long as they conducting business correctly. Who's losing? Nobody. It's a cultural thing sometimes. It's something that we put in our minds, you know, and we just want to go at people. You know, it's just crazy, but you know, that's why we doing the podcast too. Because anybody that like this going to touch somebody. Yeah. Somebody that's listening will be like, you know what? That if they have the humility, they're like, you know what? I kind of was carrying it like that.
Right.
You know, I ain't even need to do all that. You know, but at the same time, anybody that's still breathing, you know, you live and you got a chance where you can change. You know, everybody have the opportunity where they can change and kind of start seeing things a little bit better, doing things a little bit better.
Right. It's never too late to become solid.
Yeah, never too late, man.
It's not. Never too. It's not.
Yeah,
I love that.
It ain't never too late to become solid. Yeah.
Solid, baby.
And I'm gonna stand on that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick it. Wesley Reed made sure that as a young boy, he was like, look, if you ain't nothing, you can be honest and you can be solid.
Yep. Wow.
You can be broke. You can be all these other things. He ran in a list of things, but you can be honest and you can be solid. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't had a problem with it ever since. Anybody know me anywhere I go, I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna be solid. So
I enjoy chopping it up with y'all.
Man, we gotta keep
that's what's
it's
up,
going, Dro. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you your flowers. This man changed my life. I'm gonna tell any and everybody that he changed my life. He put me in better positions. He helped me open some other doors. So all y'all need to do, come on in, get under the umbrella, do what you got to do.
That's what's up.
And
man.
other things are gonna change for you. You can be a part of this. Get out there and do your thing. You be right up under the umbrella. So shout out to Dro for that, for opening up these doors of legacy, for having BarberPro. We're gonna be rocking that. In my shops, we're gonna be on all the chairs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to this man. Shout out to Dro.
And shout out to Barbers Inc.
Barbers Inc.
That's what shout out to Barbers Inc. Yeah, it's gonna be the Virginia regional manager.
Regional manager. If you see it in Virginia, I got something to do with it. And it all happened because he saw something in me. Yeah. So it is.
Shout out to Al.
Shout out to Al.
Man. Barbers Inc. Man.
Barbers Inc.
Keep doing your thing up in Jersey, now Virginia.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We're gonna make this move, man.
And we're gonna keep doing our thing over here at Legacy.
Shout out to you too, bro.
For everybody. Everybody eats.
I told Kev when he first walked in.
Everybody eats.
Everybody eats.
I told Kev when he first walked in, I said I had to peep him out first. I saw how big he was.
Yeah.
I saw how he moved. Yeah. I saw how he treated people. And then me and him had a conversation, and we've been tight ever since.
That's it.
That's how it is. That's how it is. So, hey, man,
it's a network, man.
It is, man. It's a network,
it was something that Marvin Marr put on the IG today about, he said it's corny for barbers in the same.
Yeah, to be beefing.
To be beefing with each other. See what he said?
It is corny.
So in my mind, I'm like, did he go through something, or do he just know about something?
Oh, he know.
You know, and then it's like, that's corny.
It is corny.
It's corny. Like,
it
why?
Is corny.
Like,
it is.
Why? Because the thing is, we are already, not to drag this thing on, but we are already a sector of employment or a career sector that's already viewed a certain way in society.
Right.
So why be divisive?
Why? Pointless.
You got people already kind of like trying to, down this what we got, or downing our work ethic. you know, and so forth, or just our career in itself.
Oh, they're just a barber. Oh, you just cut hair.
Yeah, so
I love it when you say that.
So now then we start going at each other. It's crazy. Why? Why do it? Why?
But you know what? Like, again, when we get past the surface, you gotta understand these people didn't just get in a barbershop and be this way. They've been this way all their life. Like
every situation
they ain't never had to be held to task for their messed up behavior.
Yeah.
But they hold everybody else to task. Like, I mean, there's people out there like that. There's people that they don't care how they carry you. You can't give them back their own medicine.
Yeah, that's like people that joke and can't take a joke back.
Yeah.
They can't handle it when they come back to them.
Yeah.
I don't even want to deal with them folks.
Nah, eat it. Laugh like we laughed. Laugh like we were laughing.
Yeah.
Keep that same energy.
I know some folks like that.
Yeah.
That's my type.
Laugh like
type
we were laughing.
And it's weird.
Yeah.
And they never fit anywhere. They never fit in anywhere. And they end up just being disgruntled all the time. Like, so if they disgruntled and you upbeat, full of energy, I'm full of energy, you full of energy, of course you're going to get mad.
Of course.
And you think we clicked up.
Thermostat up.
Yeah.
Hey, thermostat way up.
Yeah.
The more I smile,
The more you hear that laugh.
But the thing is, hey, but that person could be smiling too. They used to.
All they had to do,
or you know what I'm saying? Like,
get in the conversation with us. Get in the conversation, or pull somebody to the side. What makes you tick? Talk to somebody about it. You know what I mean?
It's something, man.
Hey man,
They want to fight so hard to be their own person.
It's all good.
And I'm like, you can be your own person, but why somebody got to be under your foot? Like you can be your own person.
You about to make this thing go another hour.
Oh my stars! You feel me though?
But some people
Like,
not.
why
some
you gotta
people
grit
not
on
happy.
somebody?
Some people not happy unless they got somebody's neck under their foot.
Yeah.
As long as that neck underneath somebody's foot,
they good to go.
Man, they can, you know, whatever. They pop a bottle or something. They're happy about that.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, that's
Let them stand up and stab them face to
that's,
face, and it's a
that's
problem.
some of the mentalities that we have in our industry.
Right.
Unfortunately,
Right.
those are some of the things that need to get corrected. And the thing is, you have people like us, you know, that can continue to train ones to come in. And, you know, I do it through the school, you know, and train ones, man, so that their mentality can be up to par.
Right.
You know, unless like you said, that's just them, man. It ain't too much you can do about
This
it.
is
you know,
what it is.
But yeah,
You just stay clear.
yeah.
Don't let them block your light and keep it moving.
Then you gotta cut
Hey,
as soon as possible before they answer. You know, you don't want them to
you don't
start
want it
infecting
affecting you.
Yeah, they don't.
or anybody around you.
Yeah.
But it start to spread like a cancer. Like they have tentacles. You know what I mean? You gotta understand that a lot of people are still impressionable. It don't matter what age you are. There's a lot of. It's how you think anything became a trend. Somebody did it. Somebody jumped on it. Then somebody else jumped on it. And I get that. And because I get that, that's why I go so hard being true to myself and knowing that what's good always gonna be good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
What's really good is always gonna be
It's
good.
always gonna be good.
Anybody hate the sunlight? Do you know regardless of what?
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you know regardless of what, whether I see it or not, tomorrow the sun gonna be shining?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like it's just gonna be good. It's right. It's proper.
It's a holiday.
Yeah.
That's all I got, man.
All right, man. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Hey, enjoyed this episode.
Hey.
You know, man.
Shout
Appreciate y'all being up here on the panel.
Appreciate you.
You know, man. So this episode was presented by BarberPro Essentials, BarberProEssentials.com for all your apparel and merchandise. Go up there, get something. BarberPro. Hey, another thing too, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. All right, man. See y'all next time.
Hey, before we go, _King Collective on IG.
_King Collective on IG.
Be Pretty Hair Co. Check it out. We got some wigs coming up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Appreciate
Kev,
you.
you got something?
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, Kev got something.
Gotta keep scribing.
every day's a holiday.
Hey,
Not scribing.
Gotta keep scribing.
Gotta keep striving.
On IG.
And I'm on BarberPro Dro and Think Like a Barber. All right, man. We out.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.